sleep at night at all the times you would like come for me in the same way you come for George. I would die, I think.
I don't come. No, listen. Can I just say something? Okay. When you tell jokes on podcasts or even in our private life, all right, it makes sense. Even if, honestly, dude.
Wait, what?
It makes sense. Even if like the switch or if it's not that hard of a joke,
Hard
right?
hitting.
I can still figure out like, oh, I see why, and I know when to pretend to laugh even.
With me?
Yeah, with you. What he did made absolutely no sense at all, right? And the timing was weird. There was no confidence behind it because he questioned it. Go ahead.
No, I can explain myself.
Okay, wait, can you explain that moment?
Yeah.
I think I've realized I'm not the star of this podcast. So I wait until the conversation comes to a logical end, and then I interject.
Yeah.
And I'm still coming up with a comeback for about a paragraph or two behind.
Like a minute later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, I had a whole conversation in my head, and then that was the punchline.
So he's saying he's handicapped.
No,
George, you and I are very similar in the sense that we cannot come up with comebacks on the spot. That's just not who we are. It takes a while for the information to travel from our brains to our mouths, and we cannot compete with someone like this. So, don't even try.
I'm not good.
You're the rabbit. You're fast.
I'm still at the beginning of this podcast when we were talking about Asian eyes being widescreen, and I wanted to say. Is that why Quentin Tarantino has an Asian fetish? Is that why Quentin Tarantino has an Asian fetish? Because he loves wide angle things, and I'm still trying to figure out where do I fit that in? I thought of it.
That's not funny. So that's why. Let's stop.
It's a conversation starter. We love Quentin Tarantino.
So many. Listen to what I'm saying, George. Okay. There are so many moments in my mind where I go, say it, right? But I do have a filter, and in my head, 90% of the time, I go, I don't think it's funny, so just don't say it. I think that the Tarantino joke and the toaster joke were ones that you just put in the bin.
You just reminded me of Cancun now.
Okay, what happened in
Cancun?
We had pasta that was way too soft.
Yeah. Okay.
I was at a table with you, Andrew Santino, and Tom Segura. Somebody said, "Is this pasta al dente?" Mm-hmm. I was like, there's got to be a play on words here.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
There's got to be a play on words here.
Oh, my God.
Don't ask yourself that.
Where there's something the opposite of al dente, which is where al gumbo or al gummy. I threw it out there because I thought...
What did you say?
No, the pasta here is al gumbo. And then everybody just kind of paused.
What do we do?
I mean, I remember now. And I think I was drunk. Was I drinking?
I think
I had
so.
a couple of cocktails.
Maybe you laughed at it. You don't remember.
No. I think without the liquor, he would have died. Anyway, go ahead. What happened? What did Tom Segura and Andrew Santino do?
It was a dead moment, and then you asked me why I said that, and then I said, I'm here with three comedians. If I can get one laugh, it'll last the rest of my life, and if I don't, then I'll forget it forever, and it won't live with me. And that part was a lie.
Attitude.
That part was a lie. It's still with me every time I throw out a joke that doesn't work. I'm like, I had a chance but I still can't figure out the thought. I've tried to come up with the perfect answer for the perfect punchline for this. I haven't gotten it. What's an
al dente? More like al gumbo.
Come up with a punch. What's the opposite of al dente?
I'm not okay. First, number one, all right.
I got you, George. I got you.
You have to know what kind of comedian you are, right? And I'm not a play on words guy. I don't know how to do puns. I don't do any of that, right?
Yeah.
My comedy is more mean sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And then and silly. I can do silly good too, right? So number one, I don't think. Are you a play on words kind of a guy?
A little bit too much, so I think that's my weakness.
Yeah. Number one, when you're around comedians, and I think this is real, okay? You'll never go wrong with mean. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Okay.
But not, you don't attack Tom Segura, you know what I mean? Don't do it, I like your titties or whatever, you know what I mean? Not that he's fat, I'm just saying, don't make fun of his wife or don't, you know what I mean? But, you could... I would love to see this actually. If he had a piece of acne on it, if I'm Tom Segura, we're at dinner, right? I'm Tom Segura. George, just look at me, okay?
Okay.
And I have a little piece of acne on my chin.
But then also, I'm the waiter, and I go.
Is this your chin?
Yeah, why did you point
Your
to your
temple.
eye?
Your temple.
Wow.
What?
Okay, so
Who's
so-
all gumbo now?
Yeah, I'll go gumbo, right? All right. Easy, people. Or I'll unplug you. All right, guys. Enough of this fucking silliness, okay? So what I'm saying is that if I'm Tom Segura and I have an acne on my, you know what I mean, cheek,
there we go.
right? Think of a joke.
I have one.
Oh, wait, and the waiter is also there. The
Yeah,
waiter
no,
says, "Oh, this pasta's al dente."
Yeah.
Now you're What do you got? A lot of options here.
I know which one. I know what I would do.
I do too.
Okay, go ahead.
Go first.
You go first.
You go first.
All right.
Yeah.
I would look at Tom Segura and go, "Do you want what's a
Al gumbo.
what? No, what is it?
Wait, al dente?
Yeah. Do you want al dente or does your friend want al dente?
Exactly.
You love that one.
Yeah, I
I've
love
heard that
that.
one so
I love
many
that.
times. That's a good one.
I love that one.
I
right?
was gonna go with the classic. Who's your friend?
Yeah,
like, we
that's what
only
I would
have
do
a
that.
table for 6.
Yeah.
Your friend.
Or
Yeah.
we go, "Oh, we're good on the Parmesan. There's some on his face."
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Very good. Yeah.
And then you would say,
yeah. Red pepper. We already have red pepper
Red
on.
pepper.
We have one red pepper
Oh,
on.
just a couple
yeah,
on his
yeah.
face.
So what's your joke?
Put him on the spot after we do after we do 5 of them.
every angle we already took.
Could I have a straw to eat this pasta?
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
It's so soft you can eat it with a straw.
No, I'm saying you have to do a reference on his
The
fucking
acne.
acne on his face.
You could be like,
fuck-
"Are you gonna eat that gnocchi?" And then point.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm still on the pasta. Gilbert
Are
said
you
that was
sure?
still part of it.
all right, dude.
I love it, dude.
From
Love
now
you, George.
for this podcast specifically, all right. I really want you to throw it out,
By the end of the night? Or
and I want you to be mean. Okay,
Yeah, let's go,
and
George.
And George, I'm going to tell you something right now. You can say whatever you want, even toward me, and I will. This is the rule for today. I will not hold resentment, and I will not be mad.
full
And you can go
racist.
full mean.
And if you are scared, you can go fat jokes all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not fat anymore.
No, me. If you're scared to do it to him,
Yeah.
fat jokes all
I
day.
am also available for practice.
Yeah. And I want you to just think
Also
you're
available for
a New York comic. You know, you're hanging out, with Norton and all these guys, right? And you need to fucking prove yourself. Okay, so don't do it right now, right?
Just relax.
and don't edit. Don't go. I'm gonna wait for Bobby to stop talking and then I will say it. Right? I want you to fucking interrupt me, man. All right, and just go for it, dude. You're not gonna hurt me, dude. All right. This is the new rule. All right? So, anyway, so Sex in the City.
I'm sorry. We did 5 acne jokes and he still did the pasta.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Wait, hang on. I have.
Peloton. You guys, I literally use this thing. Number one, I don't exercise.
Yeah.
I barely yoga. The only form of exercise that I do in a consistent basis is the Peloton. You have workouts and people, but you know what I love? I love free riding, and I like doing the scenic routes, which is what I do. And sometimes I don't use any routes. I'll just watch my iPad and just jiggle my legs.
I think that Peloton has it all. It is my number one go-to for working out. Let's say, for instance, you want to just go on a 20-minute jog. You have a trainer in your ear telling you speed it up, slow it down, and basically break out or break down that jog so that it doesn't seem like such a tedious, just boring 20-minute run. The possibilities are endless on Peloton. It's what Bobby and I use. We love it. We swear by it. And follow us, befriend us on Peloton. Join us.
Close it out, Jiggle.
You almost called me Jiggle. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more. That's ONEPELOTON.com. Once again, that's onepeloton.com. All right, guys, we are back.
So, the Johnny Depp. Number one, I'm always on the side of women. You're right. Generally, when it comes to victims and whatnot, right? But I am pro Johnny Depp on this.
Same.
Number one, right? He lost his career in a weird way. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's when he's talking and I'm hearing her side of the story, it just seems far more plausible, his point of view, you know? Do you understand?
Yeah, I think what
Should we
really
summarize for the-
fucks it up for him is the fact that clearly he was like deep into like his alcoholism and addiction at that time.
Yep.
So essentially, it's like it's easy for her to be like, "What is that squeaking?"
Sounds like a bird.
It's a bird, babe.
It's a bird.
Sorry,
I'm so
George.
scared about birds.
Sorry, it's gonna pick up on the things.
Yeah,
by
it's fine.
Okay. So like basically he was like really deep into his addiction during that time. So like I saw this picture that was put out there of him passed out with like ice cream on his crotch and his legs, like, and then it's like, it's hard when you're in the throes of addiction to be like, what does he truly remember out of that?
Yeah.
So it's like, I would put myself in that position, like, what, like, you could basically tell him, you did this, you did that, and he'd be like, well, did I?
But can I say something about, because I'm recently now sober. I did have bouts of drinking, you know what I mean, when I was out there and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And essentially, though, I just think that when you're drunk, you're still essentially yourself. I do.
You were watching The Bachelor when you were drunk, and you literally
about
this
it.
came out of your mouth.
I didn't know about
You were
this.
like, I think this is the greatest show in existence.
Whoa.
And you were
Whoa.
such a fan of the Bachelorettes and their little tiffs that they were having with each other.
Yeah.
And you were like all the women on Clayton's season, and you were like, this is so funny, but like genuinely enjoying it. But then the moment you got sober, you were like, why are you watching this crap, Khalyla?
That's interesting because if you look at my iPad and it's upstairs, right? Downloaded onto my iPad is 6 episodes of The Bachelor when I was sober.
Ooh, this is
So you
like
finished the season.
Yes.
Really?
So you're wrong.
Secretly you did.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't like openly
So who did you
admitting.
choose?
I don't like openly admitting that I am right. I
Bachelor
like
fan.
The Bachelor.
But you can openly admit it while you're drunk.
Yes.
I see.
Okay.
I understood.
So
now it's out there.
this is your opportunity, George, to rip into me. I mean, there was a window.
I was just going to repeat exactly what Khalyla said. Bobby loves The Bachelor. Done.
That wasn't mean, even.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just repeating what.
What is George? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
the meanest thing you felt like you've ever said about anyone?
Well, he doesn't want to say it on this podcast.
Well, like, what's the meanest thing you can think about saying?
I know what he said something very mean. I'm going to just tell you.
What?
So I asked George in the car, right? I asked George in the car, I go, if Andreas needed a lung, right? Did you know, right? We talked about this, right? Would you give him a lung? And you go, you know what? I'd strongly think about it,
That's a good
Maybe.
answer. It's a friend.
right? I go, Bryce, your cousin. He said, no. And I go, why? He goes, if Bryce dies, right, I can still represent the family lineage.
We still share enough DNA that I'll carry on the DNA that we share.
Right. So that's pretty mean.
That is kind of horrible, George.
The logic's there.
Yeah, it is horrible.
But the logic's there because Andres dies. There's no one to carry it on.
I'm proud of you for saying that out loud to Bobby.
Well, Andres doesn't have cousins that can carry on
I
the
don't know,
lineage.
should we call
Well,
Bri-
that wasn't part of this this equation.
Mm-hmm.
It was me. I was the option. So yeah.
Do you know that I've often thought about killing my own bloodline?
Does that mean what?
What?
does that mean?
I like for the longest time I used to think that I have such a fucked up family that like why would like how you have a desire, George, to like continue or like to pass on, sow your wild oats, as they say.
Legacy.
Like I've always felt a strong urge to do the opposite, which is like it ends with me. I am not going to perpetuate this horrible DNA.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. I thought you were saying you were going to slaughter your whole family.
yeah, I was like, what?
That's what it sounded like.
Also a possibility.
I don't think you would slaughter your sister. There's no, way.
My
Yeah,
sister
yeah.
is my everything.
Or mama.
Yeah, or your mom.
Or my mom, yeah.
Or Jules.
no.
Yeah.
I'll spank her though.
Yeah. Wait, is Jules?
That sounded bad.
Wait.
You said it in a weird way. You inflected up. You went spanker.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Jules doesn't share bloodline with you, though.
She absolutely does.
How?
Because technically her mom is like my adopted sister, right?
Yeah.
But in reality, she's my first cousin. So Jules is my second cousin.
Ah, okay, that's
There is
how.
bloodlines,
That's how.
yeah.
Even though I call her my niece because technically,
Which one's the one that you discovered underneath the bleachers?
that's Marianne.
Oh, that's right.
You knew that. You just wanted to say.
You're an asshole.
Bro, see that's how you do it.
I honestly I didn't think it. In my head, I was like, is it bleachers or a bridge? It was bleachers.
It's
right?
bridge because
That's
troll.
so mean.
I didn't say she was a troll.
But the options you went with bridge.
I'm just being honest with you. I go, did Marianne? Did you just discover her underneath bleacher? What do you mean, like a sporting bleacher
Yes.
at a school?
No, not at
Well-
it's close. It was the swimming. We had an Olympic-sized pool
Yeah.
called Abeliana,
Uh-huh.
and she didn't have a home to go to because she had abusive parents, and she was part of the swim team, and she slept every night under the bleachers. So,
Yeah. You asked this once a year.
But
on
she's-
the podcast.
Do I really?
Yes.
but she's thriving now. She lives in the United
I
States.
love her.
She has
She's
a
the best.
daughter.
She's the best.
We're still friends.
Yeah.
And you hate her, but it's okay.
Yeah. What?
You hate her, but
I
it's
don't
okay.
hate her. I love her. Really? Let me say something, okay? When I was at the Denver Comedy Works, right? She came, right? And she hung out with me all night in the green room.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's
you
it.
used to have beef with her. You're okay.
She
now.
was rude to me when I first met her.
Yeah, she was.
That's all.
Yes, she was.
Come at me.
What?
Come at me.
What's there to come at? You've become nicer.
This guy's uplifting. Man.
This guy. You would not be a good roast guy. Could you do a roast?
It's kind of like Andy. He would do like Andy Samberg route. He just pretends to be mean, but it's nice.
I can do a great roast. I just have to think about it and write it.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Oh, you want me to roast you guys the next
yes,
show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, right? Yes, that's going to be good. The next
That'll be
show,
good.
we'll do a segment, George's Roasts, right?
time, you guys
And I want you to do
sit down.
3 roast jokes toward each one of us. If I'm,
like it.
but dude, you have to be equally as mean. Right? You got to go after Gilbert.
Dude, there's so much to go after. Come on.
No, you don't have to tell me that. I know.
Ooh, I like that energy.
I know.
He's
But
already-
can I
I
say
like
something?
that. Yeah.
Right? Already, but I just want to let you know, right? Already, I know your sensitivities.
Yeah.
No, there are certain things that I believe that I could say to you.
Okay.
That will make you so mad.
But I thought roasting was you're not going for the absolute no zone. You're going for things outside of the
Dude, they go.
zone.
Have you been to the roast battle in?
I have.
They go after dead parents that died a week ago.
Yeah, but that's still not no zone.
That's still a go. That's
Like
All
I
right,
know
all right,
your
what-
sensitivities.
All right, what's my sensitivities? Let's do that.
Okay,
And this
I
is gonna
don't wanna
hurt.
say it out
No, I want you to
loud.
say it out loud. Maybe we'll edit it out. I want to know. I want to see if you know.
there's certain things I learned to never talk about, and that's your you have an insecurity that you cannot act.
Yep.
I can also not say that you're not funny.
Yep.
And those are the 2 main ones.
But in a roast situation, the audience would be like, they'd rather go for physical or like,
He doesn't care about physical.
I know that's
Yeah.
mostly
That I
what-
have no. I'm immune to physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm immune to dick size. I'm immune to my
Same.
body type. I'm immune to all of. I'm dumb. Fine. I'm dumb.
What are your sensitivities, Gilb?
I think maybe. No, I don't think it's weight. I thought it was.
I don't think
I
it
don't
is
think it is
either.
either.
Yeah.
I think maybe to some degree, like not really. Depends on how deep the like any family stuff. I'm trying to think. If you went like family, I think I would freeze. I truly, if you went from
Like, if
my
I did
sister,
a bunch of-
bunch of,
Gabby.
like if you made a bunch of like pussy jokes or
Yeah, yeah.
I'd probably be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's like
So those are the jokes I want you to write down.
his former
Gabby,
his
Gabby.
former
Write down
his
Gabby.
former employee.
Write down
that can
Gabby.
sue
Write down
him.
Gabby.
Former can't sue now.
George,
That's true,
what are
that's true.
you sensitive about?
I think job if I'm bad at my job. What?
No.
No, that's like you in comedy. It's something I take pride in. So if it's something that I actually acknowledge, like if the focus is slightly soft, because right now where I don't have a monitor here, so I'm scared the focus is going to be soft. If somebody notices that, and it's true,
Yeah.
then I'll be angry. Or if Gilbert's camera is a little bit dark,
Yeah.
and people notice that I'm super sensitive about that. Like
Yeah,
that's
I want to
so-
see you try to write roast jokes about that. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's very
His
hard.
lighting is. I mean, that's
This guy's
that would
lighting
hurt you?
sucks.
What's that?
That would hurt you.
No, it's something I take
I
pride in.
think you're the
Yeah.
worst producer in podcasting.
No, you don't. But that would hurt me if you did.
No, I really do believe that.
But
Name somebody
you
better.
don't.
What?
Why?
somebody
What are
better.
your reasons?
You want to know why young Jamie's better? Because he has Rogan.
No.
Oh, he went to you. That the talent wasn't big enough.
Oh, that was a pretty deep cut.
That was
He
deep.
said, ow.
And he's getting
very
wrecked.
good.
He's
That's
getting-
what I want. And you get a green light on that.
You know what? That's the next part of the final form.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
getting-
yeah. Okay, that was really nice. Yeah. Ow. Whoa.
That was quick. That was quick.
So what did he say?
It was so. He
was so
basically
fast.
said the reason that young Jamie is a better producer is because he has a better podcaster to work with,
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
a bigger
Interesting.
podcaster.
Yeah, but the thing is that
Oh, here we go. You're doing the eyes. Oh, God.
He
You
basically
gave me the
but-
green
but-
light.
but-
This is the not green
that's
light.
fine, that's
This
fine.
is the real this is the.
this is the okay.
Oh, hey, you're- okay.
Oh my God, George, you got him! I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you got him. You got him because that is his final resort. He resorts to the this is a, and he has.
Yo, make a T-shirt. Make a T-shirt.
This is
That's exactly what he does. He does the stutter thing when he has nothing. When he has no comeback. So
I do have
You
a
know
comeback,
it.
right? I'm just saying. If George was, Rogan's, forget it. You're right. This is. You're right. All right. You got me. I'm gonna let that. You're paying for the dinner tonight with the fucking credit card.
Not the company card, my personal card this time.
Yeah. All right. That burned. That
Wow.
burned. You're right.
Worth it.
Was it worth it?
kind
Yeah.
of like my heart hurts for you a bit.
Why?
Because as soon as you went for the this is a,
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, he has nothing.
Her body language, I saw her shoulders go.
I know. It's disappointing. That was very disappointing. Yeah.
And now I'm going to feel bad for a week. This is like,
Why? Why? Because it's like, I know. I'm doing the best I can.
I like
and
that. That's reverse.
I have the little audience, but the audience that I do have is, I'd rather have my audience than Rogan's audience.
Can I say something really quick? I like that. See, I think that's another skill you have is to reverse roast and make people feel empathy for you right away, no matter what the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, because then you could just go to the truth.
Then yeah.
And the truth is, right, that there's nothing wrong with Rogan fans. I mean, I'm friends with them. I've met them, you know. But I love the people that really love me,
Yeah, George.
you know. And
Now
there-
you-
and there's no, and the people that really love
I love
me,
you guys too.
Well, ooh, he's doing that thing. He does this.
Bro, she knows everything.
It's like it's over.
It's over. Yeah, yeah.
We have about 10 minutes
You know,
left in this podcast.
I'll be honest with you. I told you you had a green light, right?
did.
I'm just saying that you did unreparable damage.
You forced him though.
I know. I did force you, and that's my bad. But you fucked up. Kidding. I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Anyway,
Do you guys want unhelpful advice?
yeah.
Or questions.
Okay, here we
I'm never gonna see anybody else again. I really do. I honestly.
Do you believe that, Harlan?
No.
Thank you.
Here's why.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't have any control over that.
Thank you.
Oh, I do.
No, you don't.
No,
Here's
you don't.
why.
Wait.
I'll tell you why right now. That's what I'm going to do. Couldn't stop my mouth. Like, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Rape.
Here's why, bro, Safiash.
Okay. Stop.
BetterHelp. Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
You guys, yeah, I talked about BetterHelp all the time. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. You guys, I know, in this day and age, after COVID, the pandemic, things are rough for people. People get sad. I have a lot of trauma, a lot of weird things I have to work through. I go to BetterHelp.
BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat-only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. And trust me, on some days, that is me. I don't want to get out of bed. I want to stay in a dark room, and being able to just grab my phone and talk to somebody who will help me through my difficulties of that day has been such a godsend.
It's more affordable than in-person therapy, trust me. And you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
And yeah, guys, we just really want, we encourage you to give BetterHelp a shot. Like Khalyla said, Therapy is essential, and we really believe that here.
Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/belly. You guys, it's going to save your life.
That's betterhelp.com/belly. And once again, guys, that's 10% off your first month if you use betterhelp.com/belly.
Okay. Let's stop.
You're my friend.
Yeah.
You're a charming, dynamic, and I'm not blowing smoke. This is just who you are. You're a charming, dynamic, magnetic guy, personality, essence, and energy. And as much as you want to repel the world or girls or your family or whatever, like a moth to a flame, people are drawn to that energy, to that light. And someday, a girl, if that's what you're trying to block out, a girl will be drawn to that light very powerfully, maybe the way you were.
Yeah.
And you will sense that girl's energy. She will come into the light, and you won't be able to resist that energy. You will let her
Like
to
that
the light.
candle, though. Like the candle you talked about with that little mechanism that it's inside, right? I'm just not going to open that thing. Oh. Right? That thing is going to be locked.
I say you will, though, because her energy will cause that door to slowly open.
Right. What if I have what if it's under two different walls? And I'm blocking energy as well.
I think everyone says that, but I think there's always a person comes along that knows how to melt the ice.
But
I agree.
I don't know.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's not a beautiful thing, and it horrifies me.
No, it's great because a lot of the times when you don't want to fall in love and you put up those walls and paper up the windows is exactly when that person that's strong enough to get through does.
I can't. No, you're about to say. Note that. I just have to refute you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Please refute me.
I cannot wait. I can't because I've thought about this. People say this. You're not the only macho man that has said this.
He's unbuttered now.
Yeah.
If you're going to say macho,
Yeah.
or every action is an equal and opposite reaction.
That was ultra fucking macho. Anyway, button back up. Thanks.
Yeah. Well,
but
you
I've
have
had
your fly open. I mean,
it's okay. But guys have said this to me, right? Because I've said this privately to be like, I have no interest at all. No more, right?
Right.
And I can't wait 5 years from now, right? I'll run into you again, Harlow, right? At the club in the back. And I'm going to look at you and I go, it's been 5 years, not one person.
Yeah.
Will you believe me then?
I will, but it could be the next day after you say that it happened.
Then 20 years from now.
Then 21 years after that.
Someone will get never-ending fucking thing. It's like one of those circus mirrors.
You're a human, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
How fun was it though when we first met and fell in love? Why would you deny
Because I don't.
yourself
I
that
know.
experience again? That was Bobby. Regardless of how painful this ended, we had a blast for 10 years.
Yeah.
We built this amazing thing together for 10 years. Why would you deny yourself the opportunity to create a new chapter in your life?
Because I now have seen all three of the Star Wars movies.
And
That's the thing, right? The first one, the one that J.J. Abrams one, was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is the relationship, right? And then the second one came, right? Not great. Third one, even, so you see the whole series, right? So I'm cool. What's the first one called? The Force Awakens.
yeah.
You know what I mean? In the beginning, I love The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do, right? But I've seen The Return of the Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
And The Last Jedi. So that's my point. I don't want to see all of them. If they were all The Force Awakens, right? But then you'd have to leave 2 years in. And I don't want to do that. I did that before you. Every relationship, I talked to Sarah the other day. Sarah Hyland, the ex, right? And I go, 2 years. That was it. But Khalyla was 10 years, right? I saw the full movie. And I just don't want to go through that again.
But what if it doesn't end the same way, Bobby?
It will.
Why do you say that? What if it's a completely different storyline? Not even the Star Wars. What if it's Star Trek?
I'll
What if it's
give you an
Next Gen?
example.
You love every single episode of Next Gen.
It's so many episodes.
No,
What if
not
it's
every
Next
single.
Gen?
I went to Rite Aid last night, and I ate medieval madness, the ice cream. Right? I've tried every Rite Aid flavor, right? And I've had Medieval Madness before. I don't like it, but I
Have
did
you
it
had
again.
birthday cake remix?
I did. Great.
Okay.
Right? But sometimes I'll get that. Sometimes I'll get the chocolate chip pistachio. That's how I'm like with pussy.
Okay.
All right? So
Have you had the green and brown blob on the floor in aisle 6 by the top? I don't think you've had that.
I haven't had that. I
have.
haven't had that.
It's got ants in it.
Yeah. My point is that, I just, I think by just being a male, maybe I want variety.
Oh, that's fine.
Maybe
okay.
I think all males are like that. I think some of them get locked in and they have these dutiful things, and they're part of, you're an institution, that you're married, you're part of this thing and this agreement. But I don't think that's instinctually what you want to do. I think, George, you have a marriage, you have another kid on the way. Congratulations. I think your first kid is beautiful. I haven't met the second one yet, but my point is that I'm sure it's great, but might be a little silly, but yeah. But my point is that I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean? I hope your wife is not listening, but during the live set that one night that we did the live, there might be some girls there that you probably were eyeing. Like, I wish in a different universe that I could plow. You know what I mean?
That word again.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, go ahead.
You're saying you're open to fooling around with girls. You're just saying you're not
Maybe.
going to get in deep with a girl, is what you're saying.
That's what I meant.
You're not
Getting
gonna fall
into
in love.
A deep thing.
I still think you're right.
Yeah, that's the thing. You doing all this talking, but I'm telling you, bro, you have no control. When that one girl walks through the door and kicks your walls down, you're helpless.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's all I want to know.
I lived in Germany for a while.
When?
This was in the mid 80s. I lived in Germany.
You did?
And I'd just gone through a huge breakup, and I went over to Germany, and I said, man, I just said everything you just said. And I'd never had a beard. I grew a beard out to try and look gruff and look like unkept, and everything I could do to keep girls away. And I'd turn all the radar off. I wasn't like, you know what I mean? You dim down the energy vibe for women, and I was working in computer animation, and there was this guy who was teaching us, this guy who worked at the company I was at. And fuck, every night his girlfriend would come and pick him up. And
Yeah.
she was stunning. She was like a young Faye Dunaway with long blonde hair, German, like just unbelievable. I had nothing. I didn't want anything to do with her. We were all at a party one night, and I was just at the party, and I'd been around her for a few months, and I was at the party. And you ever have that feeling when someone's looking at you and you can just feel it?
Yeah.
And I'm at the party, and I'm just going, "What the fuck is going on?" And I could feel it, and I'd look, and all of a sudden I looked across the room, and this girl was just staring at me like Carrie's mother. Like it was just like this look that was like, "I love you," and I just flew across the room, and I go, "What are you doing?" And it was on.
Wait, I thought she was dating some other guy.
She was.
Whoa.
She found me. The two moths flew into the light, and it was. I didn't want anything to do with it. Especially I was overseas. I didn't want to find a girlfriend over in Germany.
Yeah.
Pretty emotional.
Yeah, it was like boom.
How long did you see her for?
I was there for about a year and a half, and the final night we were together, we had to drive up to Hamburg for a film festival, and it was the most romantic setting you've ever seen. So they were at this. It was nighttime, outdoor film festival, and in this water fountain in Hamburg, they set up this huge screen, like must have been 80 feet across, 60 feet high, gigantic, and an old black and white Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton movie was playing. And we're standing there kind of up against the wall, and it was just there in the background, and it was me and her, and I said, "Baby, I'm going to America. I'm moving to Hollywood in 2 days." And I said, "I got to know right now, do you love me?" And she said, I love you. And I said, "Well, one of us has to move, me or you." And it was so incredible. This movie playing in the background. You could hear the voices and you could see it. And they were like, 90 feet high. These Elizabeth Taylor. It was but it was exactly what you're saying. Like I
Is that
went
how big
there.
she is?
She's 90 feet. Godzilla. But it was. Anyways, my point is, I tried what you tried, and at some point, someone just gets through the barrier.
I just learned from you just now. When someone's staring at me, leave.
But that's what I mean. You can't.
I will.
It's like a tractor beam.
No. Once
can't-
I get that, to me, those are pain eyes.
That's a different eyes. That's a different stare. The love stare is
To me, love and pain eyes are the same eyes.
No,
Yeah.
guy.
You'll see, guy. 21 years, guy. Love you.
Love you.
Yeah.
See you at Carl's Jr. in half an hour. Curly fry. It's going to happen.
All right, if you say so.
But be happy about it.
About what?
About finding that next person. Everyone here, it's a beautiful thing.
Ours is so recent.
Yeah.
It's a month, and we still live together.
Oh, okay.
Sleep on the same bed. We watch things. We've been watching The Boys.
Yeah, but I've reconciled with the fact that, like, with what you're saying, it's like at some point I want to move on with my life,
Yeah, you'll have the same thing.
And even though I feel really grim about it now, I do believe that I will have another chance at another story.
Both of you.
And
That's
so
the
will
beauty of life.
My story is done. Short story.
No, I remember
It's an essay.
when my grandmother was very religious. Her husband died. I think he was in his 70s. My grandfather died right at his desk. She went to pick him up every day. One day she went in. He was face down on his desk.
Is this real?
Yeah.
This is real.
Wow.
My grandfather, Neil O'Donnell, and she was very religious, and she said, I will never be with another man. Neil was my whole life, and we all believed it.
How old was she at the time?
Oh, she had to be in her 70s.
Wow.
And we were like, oh, yeah, but Nanny will never, ever. And 2.5 years later, she had a boyfriend named Clyde who had a little chihuahua. And we couldn't believe it. And I was sort of sad, but I was like, man, that's life. You can't shut it off. Love just keeps coming. Sometimes it takes years or months or weeks, but it'll find you, kid.
They plowed?
And if it doesn't,
Did they plow?
I will.
You'll what?
I will love you. Not sexually, but we'll go camping.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're not good in the department?
It's hard.
No, dude. You got to change your mindset.
What's your approach when you talk to girls? What do you
I
say?
do comedy.
That, you know what? That works.
You know, Ralph?
Cute.
Yeah. They're like, no. Oh, okay.
Oh, so you get shy.
No.
No,
Bobby, how about you play a girl at a club?
Yeah.
You're at an open mic. You're a girl,
Yeah.
and then I want you to approach Bobby and ask like the name, all that stuff.
You know what's funny? I seen the one. Can I say it?
You don't have to ask
The
permission,
one
just
he
talk.
did with Andrew.
What?
The one, that podcast.
What's it called?
Andrew and Bobby.
no podcast.
No, wait. Stop. What's the guy's name?
Andrew.
Andrew what?
Santino.
There we go.
Good question mark.
The one y'all did with.
Yeah, you think it's called Andrew and Bobby? You think that's what it's called?
No, it's because I see clips on TikTok. So
Right, but you never watch it.
I watch clips of TikTok.
Okay. I'm not.
I'm not watching the full. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's called Bad Friends.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll follow that.
It's like you went up to Slash and Bono and go, the band with Slash and Bono. Oh, you too?
Wait, Slash is in YouTube?
Oh yeah, not Slash. The Edge.
Is it just like another Jaime now?
The Edge and Bono. So I'm the girl. I'm a girl, right? And I'm just at a club.
She's cute.
Okay.
You like
Dance,
her?
you're
cute.
dancing.
Oh, yeah.
I do like thick chicks.
What?
He likes thick chicks.
All right, let me say something about that joke, okay? You didn't commit to it.
Yeah.
You didn't scared, right? So do it again, that line.
He's doing the thing.
Oh, okay.
All right? And be more confident about it because, first of all, that hurt you just said. It hurt me, right? And it made me fucking angry.
Sorry,
but what made me more angry is that you didn't commit to it.
Okay.
Right? Dun.
Man, I like some thick chicks.
Yeah. See, it works better.
How you doing?
Hi, what's your name?
It's Jaime, but people call me Ernie. What's your name?
Go, keep going.
How would you respond to that, Bobby? He just said, "Hi, my name is Ivan."
My name is Samantha, but people call me No.
Oh,
Maybe I can check.
Bye.
fight! Jaime, fight! Jaime, fight! Jaime, fight!
All right, so,
Okay.
my name is Samantha. So what do you do?
I do a little photography. I do a little comedy. That's pretty much it right now. What do you do?
I just right now, I work at a restaurant, but also,
Where do you work at?
Good.
Very good.
The questions.
Yeah, I work at
I come visit you.
I know, but
Oh shit!
Where do you work at?
let me just get it out.
He's doing
Can
it.
I get it out though?
He's doing it.
So I work at, there's a new.
You got a boyfriend or what?
He's power driving right now. He's
Well,
power
let me finish the first question. So, I work at a restaurant next to the Home Depot.
Good tonight. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. Can I just finish what I was
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like you're nervous or whatever, but anyway.
I'm not nervous, ma.
Where do you do your comedy?
I do a little 10 minutes. I open for Ralph. You ever heard
I said
of him?
where?
Oh.
Where do you do your comedy?
I do whenever I go with Ralph. You ever heard of him?
Who's Ralph?
He has a Netflix special. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Check him out.
What's his last name?
Barbosa.
Barbosa. Cool.
Yeah. I open for him. I do a little 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Come check
great.
me out. Oh, yeah. Where you work at? You never told me.
I work at a restaurant next to the Home Depot. I just said that. It's called.
Where? Home Depot?
No. It's a restaurant next to the Home Depot. What the
fuck is happening?
I hope y'all know that this is not him like committing to a character.
I know. I get it. I
It's
understand.
100% what a conversation is.
I understand. So, anyway, do you work out?
Here and there.
Yeah, where?
At the hotels. When I can.
What do you mean? What do you mean the hotel? Oh, when
I'm on tour, you want to come?
No,
Yeah, I just met you, but you look.
no. I gotta go. I gotta go. It's,
No. Stay.
No, I gotta go.
Where you going?
creepy.
It's getting creepy. Dude.
Where are you going?
I'm going outside.
I'll walk out with you.
Okay.
What's your Instagram?
What's my Instagram?
Yeah, let me have it.
I don't have one. I don't do social media.
How old are you?
Why?
People my age have Instagram, so why don't you?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Did I scare you?
a little bit. Yeah.
Did I scare you? That's what you say to girl.
That's your vibe. That's your.
Do the bark.
We're out of the thing now.
Do the bark. Do the bark.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be barking at girls.
Oh, hold on. So let me. I heard you bark.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
I guess. That's your bark, dude?
Yeah, I'll be at the clubs and I'll be barking.
Yeah.
You bark? Can I hear you bark?
She got the dog in her.
Everyone, you bark.
Nah, I can't. All right.
Bark.
Rough.
Okay, you bark. Yeah, that's good. You have the best bark, dude.
Yeah, it's a good
You do other animal noises? I'm just going to throw some. You guess. Even if you don't know what it is, you just guess what it might be.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you making this? Okay, go ahead.
What would a panda sound like? Just do it. Very good.
Damn.
That's so good. Dude, that's panda-esque.
Yeah.
All right, what about a parakeet?
A what?
A parakeet?
A parakeet. A bird? I am a bird. Oh, bird. Parakeet.
Did his eyes roll back?
Oh! Well, one more. Let's do a, what does...
Kangaroo.
What?
A kangaroo.
A kangaroo.
Hippily. I don't know.
No, just commit. Don't just do it.
Kangaroo Jack. Let me see. What did he make? That was a good movie.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Just do it.
This is a comedy exercise.
It could be anything. It could be anything. Just go.
Just commit.
That's what
I buy that. I buy that.
it. Very good kangaroo.
How would you improve his approach to a girl? What do you think the problems are in that situation?
Well-
Ralph, what do you think too?
May I give your friend some suggestions?
Please do.
No, Ralph, he's been telling me, but I've never listened to it.
What have you been telling
What have you been telling him?
Ask her more questions. Stop running bits. Like ask questions. Let them finish.
Yeah, when you ask them, let them finish the answer and really listen.
Also, maybe be a little more hard to get. Make yourself a little less accessible because he's very much known in the nightclub scene back in Dallas. And ever since, like, he's been coming on the road with us and just, you know, he has a lot of fun. He shows it off on Instagram. And a lot of the girls that he knows from back home, a couple of them have even rejected you before.
Yeah, they rejected me already.
Yeah.
Are like hitting them up like, hey, stranger, like, I see you're onto bigger and better things and saying all this stuff. And I'm saying, like, bro, like, if they're trying to, like, talk to you, like, talk to them, but don't, like, answer right away. Some girl called him last night. He's like, hello, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm like, bro, this girl fucking rejected you like a month ago.
No,
like,
dude. It's war, dude.
yeah.
Right? Be a warrior, dude. Okay? Mm-hmm. And it's not... Oh, can I just say also, for all the kids out there, right, and give me your hand.
Must be nice.
Okay, that was the kids out there, right? It ain't all that.
What is
Vagina.
pussy? You mean?
And just hooking up.
I don't know where you've been at.
It
lately,
is
'cause-
all that.
Yeah, to me it is.
Fucking
No, as a
is.
52-year-old man, you have hindsight, and it's not that. It's not all that. It's
Maybe for 52-year-olds. Hi, man, I'm 27. It's fucking.
no, I just want you. I'm trying to get him so the importance out of his head.
Are you saying I'm a virgin?
He's like, don't worry, man. Vagina's not what you think it is.
Yeah, he's like,
I think
I have 4 kids.
Okay, what stuff's about? I think you're being confrontational, but I'm willing to go there. No,
It was the sweetest question. He's like, "Are you saying I'm a virgin?" That was
no, I believe you.
confrontational.
I believe you smashed before.
I had plenty.
Yeah, plenty.
That adjective, I didn't believe that.
I don't think plenty.
I'm sorry, Bobby.
So don't. I think in your life, 4.
Bro, just take it.
4.
Just take it.
Say yes.
Just say
Just
yes.
take 4. Less.
Hit him with a good old roof.
4 or 5, because the last one, her boyfriend came in the car, so.
Whoa! Wow! I think you're doing a joke.
No, this is real life.
Wait, hold on. Set that up.
Wait,
Let's
hold
what
on.
happened.
Set it up. Huh? What happened?
This guy's never
This
told a
is at
lie.
the club, and she wanted to ride home, and we started making out, and she didn't tell me she had a boyfriend, so we were like getting on to it, and then he came downstairs.
Oh no.
Whoa!
Oh wait, he was at the club too.
No, he was at the house watching the kids.
Oh!
Wait, do a lot of older women hit on you?
Oh, for sure, I think so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they do. Yeah.
because like their husbands, you know,
They ain't Jaime.
they don't do enough.
Also, they actually look like a Bert and Ernie combination. These two.
I was gonna say.
Right? They have like, you know what I mean? One's a little thicker, one's a little skinny. You know what
Sometimes I
mean?
get
They're
mad.
Funny.
Sometimes I get mad and I yell at Jaime.
Yeah.
And he does the Family Guy, Bert and Ernie, where he's like, Bert, he's like, you're yelling again, Bert.
Bert, you're yelling again.
You guys are cute. You know what I mean? You guys best friends?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no other options. I said I can do better, but really this is the best I can do.
But do you guys ever fight or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
About what? Like
One time in the 5th grade, we had to read Bridge to Terabithia, and then we had to make like a bridge out of like whatever, clay, Legos, whatever. And he made this really cool Lego one, and I was like really like hating on it on the way home from school after we took it home.
Yeah.
Because they gave him like some little prize or something. I didn't even know it was a stupid ass competition. And we're walking home, and he's had the thing, and I'm trying to like destroy it as we're walking, and it's just like fucking stop. And we just got into like a fight.
Because you were jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you made it something good.
There goes Jaime and me.
Oh, you guys are so cute together.
That's buds.
What picture is that?
It's the one from the Laugh Factory. When you're holding the camera. This man, you know how hard it was to get him to stop taking pictures holding a camera?
Yeah.
I was
Really?
like, yeah, like you're more
You
than a
love doing it.
photographer, bro. Like,
I want to show people that I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
You're more than a photographer.
You're more than
I
one.
want to
You're more than one.
I do a lot.
Yeah. You live in Dallas too, right? You guys live together?
nah,
No. But close?
not anymore.
Oh, not anymore.
I moved out of Dallas, like an hour south. I'm out in the country.
Why?
I like to wrestle gators.
I know, but are you going to move to a city or no?
Nah.
Yes.
Hey, why'd you move? You just wanted to be out in the country?
Yeah, I have a son. He's 4, and I moved out to my dad's out in the country because my son just like has more fun out there, and they have like better schools than the ones where we would have been in the city.
Yeah.
And my family out there helps me a lot, like watching them.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, so you have a son, 4 years old, you said?
Yeah, he's 4.
Is it your baby? No.
Come on, Bobby. I'm out here moving, you know.
I said, was that awkward?
It's okay. She likes when I say stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh my God, you're stupid.
You're beautiful. Let's move on. So you are. You're great. All right. You're good too. You know.
He introduced me to her.
Do you? How?
They're like really good friends.
Yeah, she's a good friend. We're Bobby, come on, Bobby.
I just.
A hard time looking at
Dude,
you.
you're ridiculous, dude. You're just so weird. I love it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
go ahead.
No, so we actually started. I was like, she's my model, and then I was the photographer. So
Oh yeah.
we became close as friends, and she'll help me on shoots and stuff. So
Remember when I was mad at you?
Yes, of course I want to talk
Can
about
we talk about that? When I was mad at you,
What?
How mad?
Oh my God, he's
I would not. Oh, I wanted to end her. I wanted to end her
I
fucking
haven't
career.
begun-
Oh wait,
That's
was it
so
the
funny.
Chelsea thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I know this story.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah. So I want to say this. All right. I literally had to think about think about it before I even brought it up.
Yeah.
So it's
been a
far
long
in the
time,
past
yeah.
that I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Right. And number 2, I love you a lot.
Yeah, I
okay?
love you too.
I fucking hated you. All right. And I wanted you dead. And so we do the. I would like to hear your side of the story.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm oblivious, by the way, of him being mad at me. So we go into. I mean, now I know, obviously, because he screamed at me publicly in front of so many people.
Did I
was
really?
so
Did
shocked.
I really?
Yes, in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hall of the comedy store. I was so surprised. I did not think you were mad at me. Okay, so doing Chelsea lately was the most stressful fucking bullshit. I mean, I've never been more nervous to do anything in my life because it was just very tense. Like I get there. I've never met Chelsea before. I think I'd done it like 2 or 3 times by the time I did it with you.
Yeah.
But when I first did it, I didn't know Chelsea. I was flying in from New York to do it. They were like, don't look at her. Like, don't look her in the eye, but look near her. And don't and they're like, make sure you jump in, but don't interrupt Chelsea. And like all these things, like they had all these rules and it was very stressful. And I had not been on TV before. I was like,
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
I want to just add on.
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
The reason why it's stressful, okay, is that you shoot at 2:00 and you have to go to Universal City, right?
Right.
And sometimes at noon, they don't have the topics yet.
oh, it's so stressful.
Right? And then all of a sudden you get these topics, right? 5 things that have happened, right? And you have to quickly come up with 5 angles or jokes
On each topic.
on each topic, right?
Can I get a shout out?
Yeah.
Because the last 2 years you did Chelsea, he would not wake up until like 45 minutes before, and he would have Nick Youssef and I wake up really early,
Yeah.
just waiting for the fucking topic,
Yeah.
so we could write his jokes for him.
Yeah, right. So, all right.
Oh my God, the power dynamic.
But in a show like that, right? Like if you do David Spade's show, for instance, what's it called?
Lights out.
Lights Out, right?
Yeah.
You can say a joke and then you can turn to whoever and go, "Can I say that over again?"
right.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, take it as many times as you want," right? And they can just fill in the laughter, right? But with Chelsea, you have to say it perfectly, or she'll rip you apart.
And she'll not ask you back. Like she'll be like,
Or she
done.
won't ask you back, or there's all these other things that are at play. So now you're there, right, in front of a gigantic studio audience. It's
So many people.
So many people. It's hundreds of people.
And by the way, always like a couple of my bank tellers and stuff, I always brought random people. If anyone recognized me from Chelsea, I'm like, do you want to come?
Yeah.
You want a picture? They're like, we're good.
Yeah. And so you're there, and then here's another thing, is when you come up with your bits, sometimes this happens, right? You get a writer, and you have to pitch them the bits. And meanwhile, in 10 minutes, you're on air.
And they're doing you're not even a girl. The girl, I'm in full makeup. They're like, close your eyes. I'm like, I can't. They're like putting eyelashes. I'm like, I haven't written comics yet. They're like, are you ready? They're like, we're micing you. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not putting the mic on.
Right. So you're about to go out, and then somebody will come in the room and go, "Yeah, so and so's already doing that joke." But then you're being pulled onto the set. You go, "What do I do then? What the fuck do I?"
And then you're like, I would have it folded up. I would have my notes folded up.
Yeah.
Trying to like memorize. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And
Yeah.
you can't, like, I'm
God.
looking down.
Yeah.
They're like, don't look down. I'm like, but I have my notes are there.
Yeah. In fact, one time Chelsea wasn't there. Wanda Sykes was there. T.J. Miller and I are on the panel, right? And we remember going, like, she's there. They're about to go. And me and T.J. know Wanda Sykes. We turn to her and we go, "What's up, Wanda?" And she goes like this. And that gesture fucked me up.
Wait, why?
I go, I don't know what I'm doing now.
did she do that to you?
I don't know why.
Was she mimicking Chelsea?
I think maybe that's what she thought that the role was.
Chelsea would be so different with me every time I did it too. Like one time she would like because I didn't know her at all. It was so nice for her to put me on. I cannot believe she put me on the show.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we're walking down the hallway, and she's like, "Hey, girlie," and she would like tickle my stomach and be like, "Mama," like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this." Like just little old me. I was like an open micer, like, "Thank you." And then other times she'd walk down the hallway and she'd be like, I'm like,
yeah.
Was I invited here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have to also say though that without it, in that chunk of my life, right, I wouldn't have had the numbers on the road.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. It changed my life. And we're grateful. We're just complaining about the stress.
It was just so stressful. The timing of it, because Chelsea at that point, I mean, I don't know how early you did it on. She was so kind of over. She didn't want to do more takes, which actually made the show hilarious.
Yeah.
Because she'd just be fumbling through the thing, like whatever. And they just put the thing up. She called me Amy Lieberman like 5 times.
Yeah.
I think she might even call me Amy Schumer. I was like,
Or let's cut to now the day we do it.
okay, so there's all this stress and the okay, so I don't remember the topics or the jokes or anything, but I remember it didn't go well. Okay, I remember when we got off.
You can say that again. You can say.
Well, I figured out what it was when I watched it. I realized what I didn't realize about the way you were delivering the jokes, because I was always waiting for. You have to jump in. If you don't jump in, with you were famous. Okay, this was like all I had, so it was like so.
That's all I had too.
No, I agree with that. I'm not saying,
okay.
No. I just am trying to explain, like, I didn't have any, like,
I get what you're saying. Your perception,
on camera and stuff.
Perception of me. Your perception of me, you know what I mean, is different than the perception I have of myself.
Yeah.
And maybe you're in your head. You're like, well, this guy was on a show before, right?
No, I didn't realize that you were okay. So when you delivered your jokes, you would tell the joke, possibly do an act out, and then you would look at the camera and you would hold a look. And that was like the laughs would it would kill, right? I didn't realize the look holding. So what I was doing was I was so obsessed with my own getting the jokes out. I would hear a pause when it was you were like continuing to deliver the joke, and I would think the joke was done. So then I would jump in to get the joke, but I was cutting your joke off.
Okay, can I say this?
Yeah.
Okay, that's correct.
Yeah.
Right? But what I saw,
Was a fucking...
No. What I saw was this, okay? I would wait, because I know that you were jumping the gun.
Yeah.
So I waited for you to do your joke first.
Yeah.
Right? You would do your joke first, right? And in my head, I'm like, okay, I got the 2 guys out of the way.
Right.
Right? Now it's my turn to do my joke.
Right.
You get 1 shot, right? So halfway, the first time, right? I wasn't even able to tell my joke.
What
Because you
was the
said
joke?
you did your joke. I forgot who the other guest was.
Yeah, who was
And
it?
then it was my turn to talk, and you did a second joke.
I wish I had a joke to interrupt you with.
I know, but you had a
now,
second
but I
joke,
can't.
and then after your joke, Chelsea goes, "Okay, now we're going, commercial break." Right? So then now I know we have to go to the next topic. And so in that fucking chunk, I said nothing. Right? And so I turned to I turned to Michael Cox, and he comes up to me and goes, I know, I saw. Oh. And I go, what the fuck, bro?
Oh no.
That was my strongest one. That was my strongest one. Right? And he's like, I know, but you can't. You just deliver. Get out in the first.
God, Bobby,
you know what I mean? In
so
the
much
first,
better than I thought.
In the second half, just get your first joke out. Right? I know, but everyone thinks I'm a fucking retard because I didn't even say anything. Right? So now
You have an external locus of control.
now we're back to right.
Sorry.
So I go, okay, this bit is, I'm going to pause and do the punchline, right? Because the first one is obviously just a setup, right? So I do the setup, right? I do the pause. She goes right in. She goes right in, and I go, what? Right? No laugh from me. Because I see the punchline, right? She goes right in,
We're
right?
getting them now, at least.
And then the other comic does it, right? And then also commercial break. Michael comes up to me. Michael's sweating now, Cox, because he knows that like my eyeballs.
Why didn't he tell me?
What? Because we don't know. Because everything's moving so fast, right? Everything's moving so fast, right? And now I'm whispering things like, I'm gonna kill her.
That's so. And I have no clue.
She has no idea. She has
I'm just
absolutely.
like, what's the next topic? I'm like, I hope I remember my jokes.
So then the third one, right, was the worst one, and this is not your fault.
I mean,
The third one's not your fault, right? So mind you, right, I'm on this whole show. I haven't said anything funny yet, and I've been on camera for about 20 minutes. Yeah,
Just premise.
I'm just a guy that just sitting there, right?
oh my God, the sinking feeling when the commercial break comes is really, it's like unmatched in life.
Yeah.
Like you don't, when you haven't gotten your joke out. Wow.
I'm literally also having thoughts like, maybe I could just, work at the store. You know what I mean? Like not just a doorman, but like, maybe promotions, right? Like I'm thinking
Your whole
like,
life is just-
my whole life is flashing before my eyes, right? And the third one, I'm about to tell a joke, and they do a thing where Chelsea just interrupts me and she goes, "Fortune Feimster." She's not even on the panel, right? I think Fortune Feimster comes out in like a lingerie or something and does a dance. It was a bit that like no one was told about,
So,
right?
you even know.
So the whole show, I fucking ate it. And then I remember thinking to myself, I hate that girl, Annie. She's my number one enemy.
Wow.
I have a lot of enemies on the wall, right?
Yeah.
But like, she's my number one. And then what did I say to you at the store?
Oh, and then like we get like, okay, so we get off stage and like, I know it didn't go great, but I'm like, whatever. I'm just sort of like, I don't like, at this point, I'm not feeling fully responsible. I'm like, we all kind of didn't have a good show, but I also didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
And then Cox was like, wow, that was a rough one. I was like, it was like, and then I was like, oh, like the lights got darker. And I was like, oh my God, we bomb. My parents are going to watch. This is terrible. And then, so when I see Bobby at the store later at night and I go, oh, that sucks. Like we didn't do good. And he was like, yeah, fucking did it. Like, and I was just kind of like, had no clue. Like, I just had no clue. I mean,
right.
I just like am wild. There's no.
Because it was pent up. It was like, I had it just in my chest.
And everyone was like, I was like, Bobby, I'm so sorry. I would never. And you're like, you're supposed to make everyone look good. And I was like, I would never. And you're like, you are trying to make me look bad. And I was like, I would never try to make you look bad.
Right.
I swear. And it was like that kind of thing.
How long did it take for me to get back? Because I feel like
To be friends again?
Yeah, I feel like what you did was the right thing. You did the same thing Tiffany Haddish did.
What?
Tiffany Haddish, we've talked about on the show when she was here, that she betrayed me, right? And then there was a relentlessness on Tiffany Haddish's part to get me to like them again.
Do you think I did that?
I think you did. I think there were times, right, socially, right, that you...
I just didn't know you didn't like me ever, so I was just treating you regularly.
Is that what it was?
I just thought you were mad at me once.
Oh, in my head...
I was number one enemy.
No, in my head, I'm like, wow, she's crafty.
Really?
She's probably thinking, right, we're all cool now. But in my head, I'm like, wow, she's saying hi to me and flicking my...
That's where the self-centeredness comes in. That's what I tell you. Like, you have these hang-ups about, you think people are thinking of you.
Right.
And they're not. Everyone's just moving about and doing their own shit.
Wait, were you mad at me when we did the NBC thing?
What NBC thing?
Remember when we did Finesse Williams' NBC thing? Remember he was doing oh my God, this is how much you work, you piece of shit. This is how successful you are. We did a whole
Who's
taping.
Finesse?
SNL.
I love him. No, I don't remember that. But
Okay,
what was it?
freaking out. You were like, because you have a thing where you're like, this is my last job. Every time you have a job, you were like, I know. You were like,
I know.
You're like, all the execs are here. Am I bombing? It's like, I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah.
the screaming, am I bombing? A little bit is bombing, kind of, but no.
Yeah.
I think you pulled your dick. I think you did get naked again, but it was like, it was one of those like they
Yeah.
showed us a video and we made jokes about the
Right.
animal video or something.
Because, but I'll tell you
I wonder if
why.
you were mad at me.
I'm only like that in jobs where it's like this wasn't a part of my dream, right? Panel shows were not a part of my dream. It's not my skill set.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've always wanted to like. I like acting and I like sketches and I like being big and controlling things. You know, and also showing my muscle, right? Doing panel shows. That's why the David.
Is that what you call your dick?
What?
Your muscle?
yeah. My muscle, right? That's a good one. But like, so the finesse thing, I don't remember it. But what happened?
You just were like freaking out, running around, clothes were coming off.
Yeah.
We're having a breakdown. You're like, oh my God, this is a big network. I'm like, Bobby, I think it's fine. You're probably going to get several more TV shows. ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think you're fine.
yeah. But like, yeah.
When did you start liking me again? How recently?
It took a year.
Oh, okay.
That
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took about a year and a half. I just remember forgetting.
Oh.
You know, and then seeing around. What I also like about it is observing you. I like to observe you around other comics to see if other. This is so gross. I
want to hear it.
I'm going to tell you, okay? But this is a gross part of my personality.
Ew.
I know it's disgusting, right? But there's also I like to see people's trajectory. You know. Okay. Let me.
I remember
let me,
watching you say on this podcast before. You were like, I like to know where I am power wise with people, and I was like, he's never thought I was close to him. That's what's so funny.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you brought me on stage once and you were like in the OR and you were like, wait, go back. Like you started to say my name, and so I started to come forward and you're like, no, go back. Why are you up here already? And I was like, oh, so I went back and they were like, you were like, why would you listen to me? Jesus, I was just fucking with you. Come up, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
They alphaed me so hard in front of everyone. I was like,
I'm
hello,
sorry
audience. No, it was funny. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm
I think
sorry
it's
for
funny.
that, but
Don't apologize.
dude, I've always been like that, and I remember that's why when I started in San Diego, a lot of local people didn't like me